All right. Uh, okay, now I have transported everything to Photoshop. Now this is the main map. One thing I want to do before I get started to making it, making it look brownish, making like the forest is dying and stuff like that. One thing I want to do is this. I want to see what the size of this map is first because that is very important. Because the fact is, like pushing out a map, you may never know what you want to do with it. As far as like if you want to put it print it out or put it in a print book or whatever. Let's keep not a print book, but you may want to produce it, publish it on paperback, you know, and that's one thing I always like to take a look at is make sure the size, is straight. And not only that, I also try to be aware of the size so I won't mess up, as far as with the heart, with the RAM, and not taking too much with that, And also, this is a very big one, a very big file. It's like but 9 megabytes is not that big. So, so we're good. As long as it's not like 20, we should be all right. Now, if I would have pushed this map out like an 8K, I'll probably be around about 56 megabytes of space. So I'm gonna keep one thing. I'm gonna do this. One thing I like to do is I like to play around with the resolution here, um, and basically take down the map size. And the reason why, because like sometimes I would like to squeeze it down a little bit, like maybe make it a little smaller. So playing around with the resolution help does that. So pretty much it does nothing but push it up only larger. So I'm not going to do that. I want to keep everything the way it is. Seem like we have good we have a good size there. So one thing what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to if you have seen my past videos, I always like to make layers, you know, and that's for a reason. And you know, making like reason why I like to make layers because I like to experiment, see if I can get into a different format, to give or do a different make it look like a different medium, right? So maybe I'll make maybe like 7 layers. Maybe I'll play around with it, see what I can come out with it. But one thing I'm most definitely going to do, I am going to make it brown, a brownish color. See how that works out. So um, maybe like a brownish green. Things are yellowing and stuff like that. So let's just create core and actually, matter of fact, new. Let's get rid of that. I didn't mean to make that. I'm gonna delete that. All right. I'm gonna double click so I can make it a layer and duplicate this. Okay, so let's get there duplicate there. Now make this a core. Basically this is gonna be my source file. I'm gonna turn that off and I'll make another core. Duplicate the layer. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna duplicate this again, and it's gonna be like my core, maybe core two. It's like I said, I want to play around with it later. So, all right, so I'm going to there we go, core two. All right, so let's get this party started. So one thing I want to do is this. I always like to take out the color, the saturation, and the reason why I do that because the fact is like I want to start from scratch from the color. I want to like rebuild the color up in a different monotone. So one thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to matter of fact I'm going to have another one here because I'm going to do matter of fact let's do this. Let's I'm going to desaturate this real quick. Excuse me, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. So take out the saturation, right? Now I want to. Now it looks kind of dark. I want to push. I'm going to push the luminosity or the gamma up. I can do it two ways. I can do it in levels, which basically by sliding the white bar up, right? And or you could do it. You could do an exposure here. If you choose to go that route, like you can mess around with the gamma correction here and stuff like that. Whatever floats your boat. Also play around with the exposure. But so yeah. So now I'm gonna make a copy of this, right? Duplicate. Okay. Now one thing I want to do is this. I'm gonna use my old techniques because I'm gonna be blending these together. So I'm gonna make this a gray. Well, I'll turn off the gray here, and I'm gonna take half of they take half of this off. Maybe about 50%. You know. Now, just to warn you, I am in experimentation mode right now, so I'm basically just messing around with things, see how it would look. Um, pretty much you can get the picture. All right, so basically I'm just gonna make everything gray. Give it like a sienna color. Excuse me. And let's throw the shadows in there too. There we go. All right, lovely, right? Now, one thing I like to do is I'm going to slide it down, see what we can get. And one thing I don't like that because the fact is now, um, most of the color has been drained from the original piece, and I do want to maintain the colors of the asset. So this is basically like a picture from a a journal or something like that, a page that's yellowing. So now I'm gonna just screw that and just leave that alone, and I'm gonna go here. Let's get rid of these real quick because, like I said, I do want to keep some of the color here. So I'm gonna delete that here and delete that. All right. So now one thing I'll probably do is this. I'm probably going to make another copy of there, duplicate that. Maybe I'll make that like core 3. Alright, that's good. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and play around with. There's two things I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to play around with the hue and saturation. And sometimes you can just slide this down, see what you can get out of it, and you can see all the colors are changing colors. Now that I don't like. So now also you change that back. Now we also going to try to do another technique. Let's try not brightness and contrast. Let's try color balance. Sometimes you want to do it that way. No, that basically just look like the sun is high noon or something like that, or the sun is setting, or it's a dying sun. Now, no, I feel like that's not working, so I'm going to go back to my original plan, and I'm just gonna have to do some dabbing here. So pretty much with saturation out, and I'm going to do color balance one more time. I'm just messing around with it. Okay. I'm gonna lighten it up. Not too imagine I'm gonna lighten it up because I don't want to make it like this dark. So let's do this. Turn that up. Now as for this part here, I'm going to go inside and dab inside here. Also, I'm going to take this down a bit, but I'm really going to focus on the assets in here, ones that can probably really stand out. I will go inside. Matter of fact, I will dab inside of here to bring that out, and I'm going to use this. I always like to use the eraser brush, and also like to make sure the hardness is down as far as possible. Also push the sides up, to help me save some time, because I can always go in here, and as you can see, now if and this is just basically just to maintain some color and stuff like that, within the city, because I do want to keep I do want to keep the color here, vibrant, like to some of the buildings, like because the building itself is not going to be browning. Base, I want to make the surrounding forest that is browning out. I also I kind of made a mistake because I don't want to touch the trees either. I really just want to stay within the realms. Just these areas here. There might be some green here, not quite sure. Um, I'm gonna play around with that, but because I really want to be careful, like blending stuff in. You know. Now it's also up to you. Like it's also up to me because like as also like um, like for example like maybe there's some dying trees here, but I most definitely want to keep the houses. Some stuff that's like how can I put it? Some stuff that's like that's still working. Like for example, there might be some vines that still have some greenery or something like that. It's all about how you want to go in and hit the spots here. But like for example, like I really I don't want the buildings to like lose their luster and stuff like that. Just the nature within the building and stuff like that. So as you see, I'm making it more vibrant. You know. Now, one thing I just thought about what I really should have done. I should have taken the I should have taken the opacity down a bit. There we go. There we go. Now, one thing I want to do as well, I do want to hit I do want to hit the contrast up a little bit, make it more stand out the dark spots here. So I'm going to go into the levels and I'm going to push this back a bit. You know, and not only that, I may go. I am going to try to drop the opacity a bit in a minute as well, just to just see what it looks like. I want this to be vibrant down here. This is most definitely has to maintain its luster, its colorful luster and stuff like that. Just the small things that matter. Yeah. So I'm gonna drop this down a bit some more. Not too much, but maybe like it may like a forest in the fall, but it's not. So I do want to. Oh crap! I screwed up. Did I screw up? Let's see something. What I'm doing? Okay, yeah, I screwed up. Make sure you maintain your brush. And I'm basically just taking out some of the brown because, like I do want to keep some of the greenery. Like it still has some green, but it's in the process of dying out. You know, just a few dabs here and there. And, you can always keep on dropping it down a bit. You know, yeah, and that's one thing, and that's one thing I like to do is make sure it still looks nice. Now I want to take it a little further before I end the video. I'm going to convert this, and knowing me, I want to like manipulate this picture as much as possible. Just to give it my own flair. Like I mean, it is my own flair. As my design, but I want to give my own artistic feel. Like that is now of art incarnate website. So I'm going to convert this to smart objects, and I'm going to duplicate this like 3 times. And like I said, knowing me, I want to I want to make it, make it look like how I do my art now. So I'm going to make this. I'm going to filters, and of course, I'm going to filter like and also I kind of like the extra posture edge that's going on here. But let me do cutout first. Yeah, I like cutout because the fact is, cutout just it kind of gives that cartoonish effect. Let's see how many levels I can throw in here. No, it really doesn't matter. I'm just messing around with it, see what I can do with it. Click OK. I don't duplicate this little core again just in case I don't want to mess over it. There we go. Um, let's do it. Let me bring it down a bit. Oh, look like some kind of like sleepy forest or something. I'm not quite sure. But you know what I mean. Let's play around with the filters again. Sometimes I like to go overboard, see what type of chaos I can create. And I really think it probably look better. With the extra thickness of a poster edge, on there. So yeah. Also, like the river's kind of getting the outline at the bottom, which I kind of like that. That's pretty nice. And the rows are also becoming more defined than poster edge. So I'm gonna hit it with poster edge one more time, see if I can see what I can get out of it. Sometimes, like I say, you just have to experiment, and this is experimentation for me. Okay, I think this might be enough. All right, let's take it down about 50. All right, drop that off. I don't know. Kind of looks kind of weird. Not quite sure. I don't know. Like going back and forth. I'm gonna push out both. One like this, and I'm gonna push out the regular one. So yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. I do thank you for joining me live. Well, not live. Joining me here for another video. Hope you enjoyed the design of Yum Kaxx City. This has been very fun, and I'll be back with another map video, which should be more like the forest hideaway for the rebel camp. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that because it's pretty much like two. It might be two maps. One that leads has a leading path to it. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to really work that out in the future. So yeah. Anyway, take care and peace. Have a great day.